I wanted to share what I need to say about my life story and my experiences. But first, before I do that, this message goes to my brother and my sister. I have to ask you to stop attacking me. And there have been several individuals throughout my life who've spent their lives attacking me. And I have to ask you to stop. You have no permission whatsoever to do the things you have done to me. You've discredited me. You've dismissed what I went through. And what I went through was horrendous since I was a little girl. And I have no hatred, no animosity towards anyone because of it. I just simply have to ask you to quit what you're doing. Your arrogance, the way you talk to me, the way you talk down to me is unacceptable. We don't have a relationship, and that's okay with me. Every time I have ever given you an opportunity to have a relationship with me, somehow, some way, you've gone too far and hurt me along the way. That's why I'm asking you to stop. It's not about Facebook Messenger. It's not about emails. It's about having a relationship. And I don't have to have a relationship with people who hurt me since I was a little girl. And I am saying this because there comes an end to the cycle of abuse. Abuse is unacceptable coming from you, the individuals that I'm referring to. You need to stop what you're doing. Whether you do it on social media or whether you influence other friends or other family. There are relatives who have done this. You need to stop what you're doing. I'm making sure this is broadcasted live. There are people who have abused a good relationship with me and members like me. It is wrong. Okay? So the next time you're on social media and Facebook and you're sitting there celebrating while you hurt other people, do me a favor. Remind yourself why it is that people speak out about abuse. The abuse that went on when I was a kid didn't go on because I asked for it. I don't think anyone I know wants to sit here and do video speeches this way. This is the only way it's going to stop, by speaking out. And what I grew up is, you go to a neighbor's house and the neighbors knew about it. Everyone knows about it. They watch how you all behave, and they want to say something to me like, well, I heard that somebody did this. That's the kind of life I've grown up around. When I was going to Seneca Valley, I knew that there were kids that had it hard. But no one had it more hard than the people and some of the individuals in my household. And to have a brother or sister make it that much harder is insidious. It is wrong, and we don't need to have a relationship. We don't need to have any more hardship. So stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing and leave well enough alone. Let me just tell you how angry I am that abuse went on as long as it did. You know, when I was a child, I had no ability to speak out on it. And I know there's children right now who are in the same situation as I was in when I was 5, when I was 9. I thought I did something wrong. And it's normal for children to blame themselves because they think that they did something wrong. I was just talking to my cousin. He sat there and said he didn't know what he did wrong to his mom for his mom leaving him in an orphan's home. This is what's normal to children because they think that they did something wrong. I spent my life this way all my life blaming myself for something that I did nothing to deserve. I didn't deserve to be abused, left in an orphans program. I didn't deserve any of the things that happened to me. It was because I had people that did not care. And I watched my brother on Facebook, and he's all popular, and they're all popular. I don't need to entertain the nonsense anymore. You have no right to do any more to me than you've already done. I was going to send a message about the Rapture Watch when this all happened. So if you get this message and you read or listen to some of the stuff that I've done, you know that I have a strong premonition about what I believe is going to be in incoming return of the Lord. And I am one of those people who has been through a lot of abuse. And I have a strong, powerful message for those of you who have been abused, who've longed for the Lord, who've longed to have a loving relationship with someone. Let me just tell you, there is no more truer love than Jesus Christ. There really isn't. It is a love that is far greater, far bigger than human interaction. It's the kind of love that only through prayer and study and time alone praying that you can totally get that the love is pure and simple. I have been hurting over the abuse that I went through growing up and as an adult. But no way should it continue to go on. That's why you speak out. And I have strong words towards that man who's my younger brother. I want you to stop what you're doing, and you can quit while you're ahead. You have no rights to me that way. There are a lot of adults who have spent their lives putting children and adults in my home on medication. And I'm going to tell you, because it's unacceptable to be forced in an institution and abused. And I'm going to tell you, this has been going on since I was a little kid. And this is going on with my cousin. This is going on with a lot of people where they were forced or threatened into institutions. Institutions don't fix these problems. Only God can handle those kind of things that happen to human beings. And I'm going to tell you, there are several reasons why I wanted to share this message, because I know that there are a lot of people that are tired of being abused. They're tired of accepting the mediocre, abnormal psychology as a way of life. I am not like the rest of those people, and I don't have to become like that. I can live my own life. I have Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I am grateful. I don't have to go entertain people who abuse me, who hurt me. I don't need those type of relationships in my life today. I see hurting people who have hurt all their life over things that they had no control over. You have a better chance walking with the Lord than walking in this world. This world has been nothing but cruel and difficult and harsh. My prayer is that you come to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. And my prayer is that you come to realize that there are people that you will never, ever gain the love and respect that you deserve. Only on the other side of heaven can that happen. So now that I'm coming to the end of this, domestic violence and abuse is outrageous. It is wrong. There are ways to make a living, and in domestic violence, abusers don't want you to prosper, okay? And the Lord will do things in your life that will turn it around. You have to walk away and say enough to the abusers. My brother Matt and my sisters, everyone that took advantage of me, you can stop what you're doing. You do not have rights to go there with me anymore. I had enough, and I am upset, and I'm tired, and I'm speaking out on it because you know what? There were relatives that go along with it. There were neighbors that went along with it. There were other people that went along with it, and it is ridiculous what I had to go through. I had gone through enough. Thank you for giving me the time to share this because I said enough's enough. There was enough to be slapped in the face and have my tooth knocked out at a women's shelter. I had enough of the way I got treated. I filed grievances, I filed reports, and I've talked to police officers who hung up on me. It is absolutely, incredibly rude the way we got treated. Incredibly rude. We've been treated so rudely. Hanging up on me when I needed to talk to somebody. I don't know what happens to these people, but I'm going to tell you. I don't feel bad for somebody who goes out of their way to be rude and disrespectful. So I go on Facebook Messenger, and there's my brother. He blocks me from talking to him. Do you know what I think of you, Matt? You have never given me the respect I deserve. And I can't stand the way you treated me, so please stop. As for relatives who steal inheritance money from my cousin, you need to stop what you're doing. You thief, you greedy thieves. You heard me right now. You greedy thieves who took advantage of my cousin. These are supposedly family. They're living off of other people's $1 million inheritance fund. None of you deserve what you have. None of you. And you're wrong. You're totally wrong. And if that bothers you, too bad. I had my piece. I said what I needed to say. And it's true. Greedy and evil.